Welcome to Ravens Over. Please subscribe to my channel, also the notification bell, like this video, and share. We need to talk. Get ready. I created this channel for people with different support those who support you. There's a PayPal on top. People murdered. One thing, there are a lot of times people can't send in the truth, but you find one that does support them. Make sure they do not fall within a marginalized community as not being in existence. And you know that there are hard to find people that create a channel that caters to people who are different and stand in the truth. And the allies sit back and say, well, I have no problem with other people. Let me just stand here to learn something and learn. No judgment. Who support you. I love you. Okay, this came across my desk. 2 trans women ordered to stand trial for being beat up. Now, we need to talk about this, y'all. I'm going to read this to you, so get ready. It's going to be a long read, so get ready. It's a long read that I want to share with you. This story is being reported as of July the 15th, which means it was a few days ago. Now, 2021. Now, it's stating that 2 transgender women has been ordered to stand trial for allegedly threatening to use a taser and pepper spray in their defense. The assault, which was caught on tape, occurred when the 2 trans women were trying to leave the rooftop bar Hurricane in Huntington Beach last October. Despite the arrest, the officers admitting at the preliminary hearing on July the 14th, 2021, that they repeatedly called the women trannies and other officer assailants, and witnesses at the scene concealed evidence from the officers, admitting video evidence, and lied to the incident reporting of the incident reports. The 2 transgender women were dead named and originally reported by the OC reporter will be referred to as the victim in the article. So the officers got there and stuff, allegedly was calling them trannies. The trans community as HBPD, which means Huntington Beach Police Department. Police responsibility for getting the inclusion of evidence of police reports calling victims assault trannies and framing them as criminals as irresponsible police work. Now also states that 2 trans women were ordered to stand trial for being beat up. Okay. Now the incident occurred on the rooftop bar Hurricane in Huntington Beach. The transgender women were looking down at the comment on the street, basically watching people, according to the testimony of the assailants, when were down below. The Saints were down below, saw the transgender women and began calling their transphobic slurs, challenging them to a fight, according to testimony. When the transgender women tried to leave peacefully, they were repeatedly knocked to the ground by a cisgender male, which was caught on video. The defendants put out the paper spray and taser. That's when the police showed up. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. Officer Tyler, they said. Excuse me, allegedly. Now the 3 Huntington Beach officers who responded to the incident acknowledged on the witnesses stand that they submitted faulty and incomplete police reports as a failure to note physical attacks on the 2 transgender women, injuries they received, as well as their complaint of harassment that appeared bigoted in nature. Oh yeah, I forgot, said Officer Tyler, as when asked about by Van to the deputy public defender representing the 2 of the transgender women, one of the transgender women, why they didn't know this in the police report, as one transgender woman claimed in an interview with him that she was sucker punched. I'm gonna read that again. Oh yeah, I forgot, said the Officer Tyler. Now, this is a police officer. Now, to me, it's like a mockery, but let me just get all the way through it, then we can talk about this. So the officer allegedly, Tyler, said, oh yeah, I forgot, when asked by Van, the deputy's public defender representing one of the transgender women, why they didn't know in the police report that one transgender woman claimed in the interview that she had been sucker punched. So allegedly, he didn't put this part down that she got hit when he did the whole write-up for the police report. Though not allowed evidence in the preliminary hearing, the public defenders played the footage of the Trandanian body-worn cam in the court when she said that he couldn't remember details on that night, although from the video which dictated that the officer Tyler field interview with the transgender women shortly after the incident could hardly be heard. I'm bleeding, when the trans woman asked in the video. No, you have. She's one of the trans women said, "I am bleeding." That's what she said. No, you have some swelling on the side of your head. Now, allegedly, this is what the cops said. Details in the interview did not make into the trended police report. So Tyler's police report. He acknowledged that he didn't tell others, officers, superior detectives, about the transgender women claimed to have been sucker punched, and he said that he didn't follow up on the transgender victims described as a man he claimed to hit her. Now, Tyler didn't try to find anyone matching her assailant description, nor find witnesses to alleged assault, nor attempted to security camera footage on the incident is captured on the video. Footage of Tyler's body-worn camera also captured him referring to the women as trannies multiple times, as slurs on the transgender people and highly objects. Deputy Public Defender Wendy said that the body-worn cam's footage shows that Gills only responded to the slurs that night on the incident that asked whether Tyler's camera was recording them. Gill remains concerned that it was being recorded, not that there were possible hate crime, said the Huntington Beach officer. Response showing evidence of bias against the transgender women shows reports of the incident were not credible. Where would you? Okay, also said, what you have is they're standing there making fun of those transgender women, Two said. I don't know what that means. What you have is they're standing there making fun of these transgender women, Two said. I guess that's a public defender said that you're making fun of them. Allegedly, this is what's saying. The prosecutor ordered. So that, yeah, allegedly, so that's what the prosecutor said, that they were making arguments about incident Wednesday about the officer acknowledged that the correction their mistakes during their testimony and stuff. So basically, allegedly, the officer Tyler was just making fun of them instead of helping them. Basically, they were sucker punching everything, stuff like that. And allegedly, they didn't give the proper report when it came down to it. And also, it was said that no one was hit in some gun during the incident, but Judge Cooper said he was not presented with the video evidence. County prosecutors claimed that one of the transgender victims used a taser in a threatening way. He said, therefore, he could not dismiss prosecutor charges. Now, I find it to be amazing. So, allegedly, no one was hit with a stun gun during the incident. But Judge Cooper said he is not presented with any video evidence countering prosecutors' claim that one of the transgender victims used the taser in a threatening way. He said, therefore, he could not dismiss prosecutor charges. You know, this is so horrible. So the police are not helping the girls. Allegedly, this is what actually seen. If the reports are accurate, now then allegedly the officer Tyler says, "Oh yeah, I forgot." Said the officer Tyler asked by the prosecutors representing transgender women why he didn't know this on the police report that the transgender women claimed in the interview with him. He said that she was sucker punched. He didn't write down that she was hit. He didn't write down anything. He had no respect for them. He disrespected them, in my opinion, to the max. So when somebody's coming up to be your rescue, don't even like you, they're not going to fill everything out. And basically, he didn't do that. He came with a whole mentality as if he was with the person they was having a confrontation with, in my opinion. The transgender community saying that forgetting and include evidence in a police report calling the victims assault trannies and framing them as criminals is not responsible police work, one of the people from the transgender community stated. So allegedly it was calling them trannies as well. You know, it's so horrible that here it is, you're calling the police to help you. Not that I'm surprised, but it's so horrible that you're calling the police to help you, And basically, allegedly, despite the arrest and the officers admitting to the preliminary hearing on July the 14th, 2021, they repeatedly called the women trannies, and officers, assailants, and witnesses at the scene concealed evidence from the officers, omitting video evidence, and lied about the incident repeatedly in the incident report. So they was just basically on their own. This is the thing about it. My personal opinion, this is what happens when you go to officers to help you. This is what happens when you feel as though you should be safe when you see a cop and you're not safe. I mean, to me, I wouldn't be safe. I don't feel safe with officers anyway. They do too much. I'm not saying all officers are bad. You know how we always got to say that part. But we always saying the bad. We see too many bad ones. And if there's a lot of good ones out there, I really wish they would start fighting back against the bad ones, or set up some type of program where they out and out the bad ones. They get them all out the way. Because in order for y'all to become more trustworthy within the community of the casualties or the people that's not you supposed to be protecting, y'all need to start some type of thing when y'all start outing your bad cops. Even if it comes down to the sergeant and the judiciary, whatever the case may be, y'all need to do that to start the healing. Because no one really feels safe, in my opinion. Here with this girl's basically got to go to court and stuff like that in reference to two trans women has been ordered to stand trial for allegedly threatening to use a taser and pepper spray in their defense. But they're on trial. But the person who allegedly punched him is not on trial. No way to be around. They didn't even go after this person. Allegedly. The incident occurred in the rooftopbar hurricane, and the transit women were looking down at the comment on the street, basically watching people, according to the testimony of the sign, went down below. Saw the transit women in car calling and transferring slurs, challenged them to a fight. According to the testimony, when the two trans women tried to leave the police lead, they were repeatedly knocked to the ground by the cisgender man, which was captured on video. The defendant was pulled out a pepper spray and taser. That's when the cops showed up. So they showed up when they were defending themselves, but they didn't go after the cisgender man. They went after the girls, allegedly. The 3 Huntington Beach officers respond to the incident, acknowledged on the witness stand that they submitted faulty and incomplete police report that failed to note physical attacks on the trans women. See that? No respect. Could have killed them and everything. They probably wouldn't, well, they definitely wouldn't have cared, in my opinion. They let the guy go ahead and run him by. There was nothing up here stating that he was even arrested. Nothing. But they went and got them. So by them defending themselves, they was pissed off and ended up getting in trouble with the police. Injury was, trans women were injured, were received, as well as complaint of harassment, and appeared in bigger than nature. And then when asked the officer what happened, oh yeah, I forgot. The officer, Tyler, said he forgot. Y'all be safe out there. Be safe. You can't trust nobody. Police allegedly is not giving a full report. Here it is. This girl's could have got murdered, and in my personal opinion, he definitely wouldn't have cared. Because in my opinion, if you could let somebody walk away after attacking them girls, clearly you was upset with the person for not killing them. You were upset with the girls for defending themselves. Anyway, y'all can tell me how y'all feel about this. I thought this was so disturbing. And my two sisters, y'all are in my prayers. God bless you. Thank God y'all are allowed to tell your story. And make sure y'all turn around and get a lawyer to sue their asses. Because this is just so many levels of wrong. So many levels of wrong. In my personal opinion, they seem upset that you wasn't murdered. That's just my opinion. But I keep you in my prayers, my sister. And please be strong. Let you know you love. And y'all can comment below. Let me know how you feel about this. This is so horrible. Anyway, like I said before, subscribe to my channel. Top there's the Instagram button. You follow me and follow back. Let you know I love you. And thank you for watching. Kiss Ray.